Hi, I'm Doctor of Traditional Chinese Medicine Christiane Parrott. Well, it's that time of year again. Suddenly, a good quality Kleenex is a must-have for every room of the house, and you are stocking up on throat lozenges. Yes, it's fall, and with the change of season comes an upswing in the incidence of colds and flus. Why is it that with the fall, we seem to suffer more from colds and flus? Well, in Chinese medicine, this is easily explained. The fall is the season of the metal element, which corresponds to the lungs. And the lungs in Chinese medicine not only open to the nose, a common area affected by colds and flu, but is also the generator of our defensive qi, similar to our immune system in Western medical terms. During the season of metal, that element is vulnerable and more susceptible to attack, so our defensive qi is not running at peak performance and outside pathogens are able to invade the body, resulting in the catching of a cold or flu. In ancient China, they didn't know about viruses or bacteria. They simply labeled these pathogens as wind. Changes in weather are considered a type of wind evil, as is actual wind. This wind enters our bodies from the outermost meridian, the urinary bladder meridian, and most often the entry point is at the back of the neck, here. This is where the headaches and body aches associated with colds and flu comes from. Wind has invaded our meridian system, disrupting the flow of qi in them and causing pain. Often neck pain is the first sign that you're catching a cold, and the lymph nodes in the throat and neck are the first to swell. You know how your mom always told you to wear a scarf to protect you from the cold? Well, she was right. Wearing a scarf and other adequate coverage from wind and cold protects our meridians from invasion by wind. Some other simple things that you can do to keep your body strong in preparation for cold and flu season is to get enough sleep, engage in one or more stress reduction activities a day, eating a balanced diet high in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, drinking echinacea or ginseng tea, and seeing your acupuncturist for a boost before you get sick. Well, that's great. So what do you do if you do catch a cold? First, I cannot stress enough the importance of rest and staying hydrated. Second, eating light and easy to digest foods. Chicken soup is scientifically proven to improve a cold. I also suggest adding a lot of onions and garlic to it for extra flu fighting power. Third, acupuncture and cupping therapy are very effective in helping you fight off the common cold and the flu. And finally, there are a large number of herbs that are used in Chinese medicine for the treatment of colds and flu. Here are just a few that you can easily find and use at home. Fresh ginger, used in soup or tea, and you can also use real candied ginger. It's great for when you can't stay home and stores for long periods of time. Garlic and onions, which is best in soup, and cinnamon, which you can use cinnamon on anything, and it's great to combine with the ginger in a tea. So these four are all commonly known as warming spices. They are most effectively used for colds of the cold type, where you have more chills, more body aches, and a runny or stuffy nose. If you're suffering from a warm type of cold, you feel warmer, maybe even a little bit feverish, and have a sore throat, these next herbs are better suited for that type of cold. Peppermint and eucalyptus, either fresh in tea or in essential oils. You can breathe them or put them on acupoints. Chrysanthemum flowers in tea. And if you can find them, mulberry leaf and burdock seeds. Burdock seeds are especially good for sore throat. And keep in mind, though, that just because it is in a different category does not mean that you can't use ginger or mint when you have a sore throat or chills. You can mix and match whatever you have. Colds and flus are very rarely purely cold type or warm type. These herbs and spices work most easily when you first catch a cold. So the earlier you can identify when you are catching a cold, the better. And there's no reason that you can't use ginger or peppermint in a tea every day as prevention. Prevention is always better to treatment. It's my hope that you can use these simple and tasty tips in our internal fight against the smallest living things on earth. If you find that you are catching colds and flu more than once or twice a year, or it takes you a long time to recover from a cold or flu, there is likely a weakness in your defensive qi, and you should consult with your doctor of traditional Chinese medicine to help you strengthen your immune system. Until next time, my absolute best to your health and happiness.